You're listening to InYourHeadOnline.com, and it's me, it's that busy to the jizzy, the D-O-double jizzy, B.G. James. Listen, get it, got it, good.
All right, we're back. Welcome to In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, Jackie Jones, along with my right-hand man.
1-inch biceps, the Power Goat.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a band. He is jacked. He's gas to the gills. Jacked.
And joining us right off the bat, we got two guests here. I don't know. We have had two guests on before at once. I don't know, but we've got...
If you're going to have two guests on at once, you pick the right ones.
Exactly. We've got the Godwinns, Phineas I. Godwin, Henry O. Godwin, Midian, Dennis Knight, Mark Canterbury. Everyone knows him.
Oh, Tex Leisinger, Shanghai Pierce. Pierce, oh yeah.
Southern Justice.
Southern Justice. Yeah.
I think that gimmick should have had a bigger run. I really was into it.
It was going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how often do you guys still talk to each other?
Frequently. Yeah, we're pretty far apart, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start doing something about that, though. Yeah. We're moving in together.
Oh, really? Well, you know, it's 2011. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's right. Hey, we just got to find a state that'll let us marry.
Yeah, it's illegal here in Massachusetts, I believe.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. In New York, I think they just passed it. But
hell, West Virginia. Oh, go ahead, bud.
West Virginia. I don't know. I think in his town they might just like beat you down.
You know, if you hear the fan shows, it's your ass. You know. Yeah.
Now, we brought up Tex Leisinger and Shanghai Pierce, and when you guys did that, where did the names come from?
Dusty Rhodes and Barry Windham come up with that from a movie from the gunfight at OK Corral.
Mm.
Yeah. It was. I came. Mark was doing shows for WCW already, and getting like Eric Watts ready and everything. And then I came for a tryout, and Dusty. I did the tryout, and Dusty came from all the way around the building, and loved it so much, and put it together right then. And the next, you know. Tex, you got to tell the story about the first night we met. You tell it. No, you tell it better. My mom's listening. No, she doesn't know. Yeah, well, the first night we just met, you know, and we were in Atlanta, and we went to the Ramada, the house that everybody stayed in, and met somebody, and some things happened the first night, so it was magic. It was just magic. We knew it was meant to be that night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, this is so gay.
Well, why was only one mask?
What?
Why was there only one mask? Why weren't you guys both masked?
Well, because he was working with Eric Watts, and everybody, you know, saw him, and they wanted to do a new gimmick, so they put him in a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Just so people didn't recognize him or something. I don't know. It was stupid, but...
I remember watching on Saturday night, and I remember every time you would throw a punch, like the fans would really they chant.
Yeah.
What was what was the story there? Was there any story? Was it just...
I have no idea. They just loved me. Yeah, that started up. Actually, that started at where we used to do TV. Center Stage in Atlanta. Stage, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's where that started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they knew talent.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately, Ole Anderson didn't.
So Ole wasn't a fan of you guys?
He was, but he didn't think anything of us. But it was cool because, I mean, it opened the door for, WWF, WWE, whatever it is now. And, so it all worked out better.
Now, when you originally went there, it was first with Henry Godwinn. Did they always want to bring you in, or why did you come in later?
Yeah, you can tell this because I don't know.
I don't really know. I mean, I always
he was always pushing for me.
Yeah, we were supposed to go up as a team, and he came up for a tryout even.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess, 3 or 4 months after that, they finally brought him in, and
yeah, which is cool because I went to Japan for a while, so I had a lot of fun there.
I know a lot of
he got situated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he was ready. He was ready then, and as soon as he come in, it was just, it was like we had never missed a beat because we got to where we knew what each other was thinking, and good tag teams can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these years, we have never had a crossword, and even the boys even commented on how well we got along, and they had never seen it from any other tag team.
Yeah, and another thing, me and Mark were talking about that this morning, how that when we got in there, there was like this whole the clique and the BSK with like Undertaker and Yoko and all that, and everybody kind of separated. Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. And everybody kind of separated. Nobody talked to each other, and we were the only two that would hang out with Undertaker and Yoko and all that, and then the next night hang out with Shawn and Hunter and all that. We kind of brought everybody together, yeah.
Now, I probably won't get an answer here, but what does BSK stand for?
We can't tell you. You got to call the dead man.
All right. I got his number.
Or Yoko. If you have a Ouija board, you can call Yoko.
Right, that's true. But you said that you guys get together.
I can tell you. Yeah, I might as well.
Oh, they can tell us right now.
All right, go ahead, brother. Yeah, you can tell. You can do whatever you want.
It's represents Bone Street Crew.
Oh. No.
And
there you go.
Yoko and Undertaker come up with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that were part of it, we all got tattoos.
Everybody got a tattoo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's
who was it? Me, you, Yoko, Taker, Godfather, Savio,
Brian Adams,
Crush, yeah. And I think Paul Bear, of course, yeah, he was like, the Godfather.
Paul Bear's the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three-time.
Fatu?
Oh, Fatu? That's cool.
Fatu?
Mm-hmm.
Rikishi.
Kishi, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot him.
Mm-hmm. What was were you guys just all friends, or was there any other connection?
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were family, yeah.
Where you guys staying?
And even in WCW, I mean, me and Tex has been, we've been through a lot together. I was a single parent raising 2 boys, and I lost one of my sons in '03.
That's too bad.
In a accidental shooting. So Tex knows a lot about me, and I know a lot about him, and
family.
A guy pulled a gun on us in Atlanta one night, and Tex, that's when he proved to me how much we meant each other, because he would have took a bullet for me, and I took one for him. So.
Oh.
That guy was an idiot.
He knows what I'm talking about. But,
yeah. It really, people pull guns on you, and then if you stand in front of them and start screaming at them, they're either going to shoot you or they're not. And he didn't. So, but I would have for him,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad he didn't shoot you.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we'll let everybody know, too, that you guys are going to be doing autograph sliding along with the New Age Outlaws. And we'll have all the information on the website. It's Bucks County Tech School in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. And we'll have all the information right on the website, the number you can call, and all that stuff. What about the New Age Outlaws? You guys go way back with them?
Two of our best friends, man.
Yeah,
there's three people that I still talk to. Yeah, three people that I keep in constant contact with, and it's Road Dog. It's Mark, Road Dog, and Taker.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to them all. Probably every week or two or something like that.
Yeah, you guys.
And they were great guys.
You guys said that you were like the only two guys that could talk to both your group and the clique. Did you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Was there a lot of, besides you two? Where there was a lot of tension between the two groups?
Kind of until a bus trip in Germany. Yeah, we had a bus trip in Germany, and everybody was on the bus, and we all just got drunk, and everybody just, Stone Cold, Beagle, Hunter, Paul,
I believe that was I believe it was an herbal night too.
Yeah,
I ain't scared.
I'm scared. Yeah, and we just
George the Animal Steel took the picture.
Yeah, George the Animal Steel took the picture.
I've seen that picture.
Probably the. Have you? Everybody sitting on the back of the bus.
Yeah, and it's got one of the brothers.
Jerry Briscoe.
Yeah, Jerry Briscoe.
Yeah, Jerry. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's probably like the best picture ever.
Mm-hmm.
There was only 6 of those pictures made, and I know Taker had one, I had one, Tex had one, Sean had one, Hunter, and Kevin Nash.
Mm.
Yeah. And then they floated out into the inner space.
Yeah, now they're everywhere. They're on the internet, the dreaded internet.
Yeah, but that was a great time. And then from that night on, that was when the Stone Cold era started, and everybody, there was so many rules and everything before that, and then after that night, everybody was together, and that's when business just was the best that it ever has been in wrestling.
Yeah.
That whole Stone Cold.
That was that whole crew right there. There'll never be another crew like that crew was.
No, yeah, never group. No. Everybody actually liked each other and looked out for each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and see, we used to police our own back then. And Tech knows what I'm talking about with Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
He almost got dealt with in the locker room one night by me and Tex. But that was just from the boys. It had nothing to do with the office. It was, we policed our own, we took care of our own shit,
Mm-hmm.
Which they don't do
no more. We were asked to do it because they knew that it wouldn't have been, too bad, and it would have been, understood.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not talking about a talking to.
Right.
Yeah. Like that German reporter, remember that German guy?
To the woodshed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like a trip to the woodshed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We were the unofficial police of the locker room.
Now, a lot of people on the internet have heard about a wrestler's court. Do you have any stories about that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh,
that was part of it.
That was part of it. Yeah, and it was always the elders were the ones who ruled on it, and it was usually Taker or Ron Simmons or
Yoko.
Yoko, yeah. Well, and they presented the case, and then it was the verdict was handed down, and the punishment was handed down after that.
Yeah. What would be like a typical punishment?
It all depends on the situation. Embarrassing the company, or just embarrassing yourself. Because at that time we all tried to just. We tried to, we held ourselves with class and respect and everything. And if somebody didn't, they had to, pay. and and learn their lesson. Like you said, it's to the woodshed.
Right.
Yeah. And just like Sonny, when she was throwing her fit, somebody shit in her bag and somebody shit in her food, and eventually they get the point.
They get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
what was Sonny like to deal with, like during your feud with the body?
Well,
bond?
this is okay. When I first started wrestling, when I went to Memphis, me and Chris were roommates, and Sonny was there with us. So I've been Chris was one of my best friends for 20 years, and I was with him the night before he died, and hell, we were with Tillman the night before. We put Tillman to bed.
We put Tillman to bed the night before he died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, I love Tammy, but I really disrespect. I hate what she did to Chris, because I love Chris so much, and
Mm-hmm.
there's stories about her, with other guys, in front of him in the locker room and stuff like that. Blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah.
But go on.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
All right. Was she cool with just like stuff like being slopped and stuff like that?
Well, she had to be. I mean, that was one of the best nights. Yeah, that was one of the best nights. That was one of those nights. There's very few nights where all the boys in the back come out to the monitor to watch what's going on, and that was one of the nights because it was something that was deserved.
Yeah.
And let's just say there was some extra stuff in the slop
A little
bucket.
bit more than slop in there.
I was gonna ask that if you didn't like somebody or whatever, would you?
We didn't do anything to it, but we put the bucket down and said, "This is for Sonny, please." In the middle of the locker room, no one mess with it because this is going to go on Sonny. And hey, whatever happened happened.
Mm-hmm. You talked about some stuff going in their food earlier, and there's a story about Mark Henry. Were you guys around for that?
Oh yeah, we was around
What
for
was
that.
that?
And he ate a turd sandwich
Oh, I heard that.
when he got
I
hurt,
remember that.
and X-Pac, they ordered Subway, and they took his crutches that night. And
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just we were, we're Southern born, Southern raised. We're not prejudiced. We just represent the South because the South is what it is. And what was Ahmed Johnson come in? Well, he was big bad Ahmed Johnson and this and that. And so he wanted to go out with the Godwinns one night. So we took him out and partied with him hillbilly style. And the next morning, he had did $500 worth of damage to his hotel room, and he blamed us. He said he would never go out with us again.
everybody up there at one point wanted one night with the Godwinns, and they got it. If they can handle it, they handle it. If not, they, hey, you got to know what you're doing. We're professionals.
Sure, do you got a question?
Yeah, I got a question from the message board. Specson, he wants to know, do you guys feel that you should have been given a title run in '98 at Southern Justice?
Yeah. Sure. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, we were like, we were back in Jeff at the time, and all the focus was pretty much on him. So I don't know, but sure, yeah. I mean, we were
managing, right?
Yeah.
Jarrett was managing us at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what are your feelings on Jarrett?
What's that?
Jeff?
I just don't wonder what you guys thought of Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff, I'll just say this. When I went to, when Mark went up to WWE or F, and I had that time off, I went to Japan, and then I went and lived with Road Dogg in Memphis and worked Memphis for Lawler. And Jeff and his awesome angel of a, God rest her soul, departed wife, told me and Brian to go to a movie, go do something, and we left and came back, and she had bought and furnished our apartment, and I would cook for Jarrett and everything. I mean, Jeff took above and beyond wrestling. He took care of us like family. And I think Mark feels the same way. I mean, Mark, you like Jeff, don't you?
Yeah, well, when I first went up there, that's who they put me on the road with, was Jeff. So he helped me out a lot, and we used to go stay at his house, and I'm sort of upset with him now because he won't freaking call you, or
Oh, he's big shot now.
I was asked, is there ever any talk you guys going to TNA?
No, I got 4 fractured vertebrae, 3 bulging discs. The entire bottom of my spine's compressed, so from my knees down, I can't feel anything. And
so what you're saying is you would go tomorrow with me, right?
Okay, I would go tomorrow. Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm already trashed, so I can't feel. I can't feel feelings. But I have vitamins that will take the pain away. Yeah.
I want to bring this up.
I can assure you they're all legally prescribed.
All right, excellent. Also, we have a strict policy here on the show. So there's I saw an interview with you guys it was a few years ago, I think, and what struck me was you said that CM Punk made you proud to be a wrestler again. And I just wonder what you thought of CM Punk now after he's been world champion and he had this pretty big.
You're talking. I said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I got a text from Punk immediately. I texted him before the pay-per-view Sunday night, and I got a text from him afterwards asking what I thought and everything. And I hate to compare, I mean, they're, he's kind of the next Stone Cold, but I love the guy. I'm the number one CM Punk fan. I love him, and the business he's doing is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's got no ego, and he's a hell of a wrestler. He put his time in, he paid his dues.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a Chris Candido tattoo, too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Did you have any opinion on Mark?
What's that?
Did you have any opinion on CM Punk?
Yeah, he seems more old school to me. That's what I like about him.
Totally.
And he has paid his dues, which a lot of guys haven't in my book.
No, yeah.
That's what this shoot interview is going to be a lot about. And I hope the interview leads up to more specific. Hell, I got somebody checking on TMZ right now, and shit, if they wanted to make a movie, they could have made a movie. They could have made a movie about just me and Tex, what all we've been through, and our personal life and our losses and our gains and our success, and the movie,
we wrestling. We didn't. Yeah.
The shit.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit about that? You guys got a shoot interview coming out, or do you guys want to wait till it's done and then talk about it?
What's that?
Did you want to say anything about that shoot interview you said you guys are doing?
Yeah, it's going to be September 17th.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it that Friday night. And
I don't think he wants to let anything out right now, though.
All right.
Yeah, I can't. Can't.
We'll let everybody know about it.
You can ask me a question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand. We're going to take a couple calls here. We got Gene the Drunk's calling in. He wants to talk to you guys.
Don't mess with the country boys. Don't mess with the country boys.
Hillbilly.
Yeah, I tell you, my favorite match was that slot match with you and Triple H. That
was awesome, wasn't it?
How could you ever forget a match? I don't think ever. Like the next 30 years, they'll still be talking about that match. I mean, Vince come up to us after that and took me and Hunter into a room, and he says, I don't know how in the hell y'all pulled that off, but that year it got picked for one of the top 3 matches of the year.
I wasn't up there at the time, but I saw it, and I loved how you were throwing the pig shit into the crowd. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And there's another match involving me and him and me, Mark, and Hunter, too, in Montreal, but we won't talk about that one.
Oh, that match in the room?
Yeah, the social sandwich match.
Oh, the social sandwich, yeah. Man, she was cute.
We're talking about Hunter.
Is that the night I
he
did
was the girl.
Is that the night I did Hunter on the show?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's about all we can say about the boss of the company now.
All right. Maybe we'll hear more about this on this DVD that's coming out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DVD, and we really, I've got 21 years of stuff penned up inside of me, and I'm just ready to let it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sugarcoat shit like people do when they write their little books. It's going to be a shoot interview.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I can get by with, I'm going to get by with. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it is.
As opposed to mine, the last one we did where I just, said fuck Ric Flair 100 times. Yeah.
Well,
I'm the nicest guy in the world. I love everybody. Everybody loves me. That's the only person I don't like. He was just a dick.
well, what did he do to you? Was it just his attitude?
When we first started, when we were in WCW, Barry, we were just, starting. We were nobodies there, and Barry Windham walked in the locker room one night, and he was the world champ at the time, and said to me and Mark, "You guys want to, make this, tour with me in the car?" And we were like, "Fuck yes!" It's like, like Tom Brady, asking, some junior high college kid to go. So, we got to go, and he just kind of ushered us in, and Arn and Bobby and Pee Wee and all those guys were awesome. But Ric Flair just, every time we were around them, Flair would come and, ask me to leave, we got to talk to her, blah, blah. He was just, I just don't like him. And he's got what he's, karma's a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Mark, do you have any feelings on the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
I think he was cool to you, though, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was cool to you, though. You had no problem with Flair.
The only thing that upset me is when he come back in Charlotte, when he retired and then come back, remember? It was in 94 or late 93 at the old Coliseum.
Yeah.
Arn, we were good friends with Arn and Pee Wee. We were actually riding with them on the road a lot, too. And Pee Wee, hell, he used to stay with us half the time. And Arn said we were too good at making people look good.
People look good, yeah.
We were too good.
That was our curse and our best, yeah.
Yeah. So when Flair came back, we got let go, and it was like people were getting let go, and all Flair's buddies were coming in. And I don't think we ever got a fair shot down in WCW, which to me, I'm glad they let us go because, WWF at the time was what we needed. And
we never would have had that night in Madison Square Garden with Dr. Tom and with the Body Donnas,
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm saying, I'm sure you are too. That was the best feeling and the best night and the best after night and everything,
That was,
winning
to me,
the
that
belt.
was the best feeling I've ever had in my whole career was that night. 21,000
Chemically induced or other, yeah.
The fire marshal was bitching at people because they were standing in the aisles, and that's the first night we won the belts for the first time.
Yeah. And that was the first time the Garden was sold out in a while, too. That was the beginning of the, the comeback for, all the Stone Cold stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And coincidentally enough, that was the night the Click did the whole fucking, leaving, I'm going back. So, Razor and Sean and Razor and those, and Kevin and those guys worked each other, and then they all came back at the end of the night and stood in the ring together. I thought that was so disrespectful to Vince,
Yeah. What did was that like pretty much what everyone thought backstage?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the people that we know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody. I mean, you don't do that, You don't do that. I love all those guys. I mean, I love Kevin. We lived, right down the hall from Kevin. Kid, one of my, I love Kid. Hunter has I love all those guys. It just was, I didn't think that was respectful, but that's how they did business, and that's why we had to do the wrestlers court, and we had to police ourselves and stuff like that. But those guys were untouchable.
Yeah, I was going to say
how many times we had to carry somebody to their room and undress them and put them to bed, as the world champ.
Yeah, top guys.
Yeah.
I think people could put that one together. But
yeah.
Were you guys ever? Did you guys ever go to Wrestlers Court yourselves? Did you guys ever get any punishment?
Us?
Yeah.
No. Fuck no. No. They ain't stupid.
Right.
We had Yoko and Undertaker in our back pocket. Who's gonna fuck with them?
Exactly.
Sean and Diesel and all those guys have to deal with Vince and Vince yelling at them and everything. But the only two people, that Vince never yelled at or never, had anything to say to was Taker and Yoko, and we were there with them. So, but then again, we didn't do anything to warrant it.
Right.
Yeah, we never caused no trouble. If anything, we brought the boys closer together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Now, I was like, the big man in wrestling, and Yoko, like for his size, was like so agile and like his fan.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
800 pounds. He was phenomenal.
What was he what was he like as a person?
He was freaking awesome. Yeah, he was awesome. We used to go home with him in California, in Cali, and stay all night, spend the weekend with him, and big barbecues outside, and his whole family would come over.
And there's just two country white boys sitting in California, surrounded by 50 Samoans, just like family. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, real good time.
Well, let everybody know again, we'll have all the information around the website. You can see the Godwinns and the New Age Outlaws at Bucks County Tech School, Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania, and that's September 24th on a Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. And I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight.
But I also want to say we are there that Friday till Sunday, so it's going to be one big party.
Oh, that's
yeah. They're flying us in early and keeping us. Yeah. So if anyone wants to come down and just hang out, that's right. We'll have wine coolers and,
wine
all kinds of good stuff.
All right.
Wine coolers, chicken breast.
Rice. All that good stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. That seems about right to me.
I'm thinking more like some fried chicken and moonshine.
Yeah, there you go.
This
is from the only two guys who never went to rehab.
Yeah.
Real quick, too, I want to know, Mark, what did you think when you saw Naked Midian on TV?
I didn't know what to think.
Well, let me tell you this. It was Kurt Angle's idea. I just got done with the match, and they said they needed somebody for a meet and greet, and I just, as a joke in the locker room, threw my fanny pack on and walked out and said, "Where do you need me to go?" And then the next day, Vince had me doing it, and I'll tell you, all the stuff we did, a lot of people remember that, but for that whole time, I was making the exact same amount of money that I was making, but instead of wrestling for 20 minutes a night and tearing my body up, for about 6 to 8 months, all I did was run into the ring and run out. So, here's the joke on.
Exactly. When we had Ron Simmons on, I asked him about Dam, and he said if he knew that would be as over it was, he would have never learned to wrestle. He would just sort of walk to the ring and say,
exactly. Exactly, dude.
Well,
that's it.
It's been a lot of fun. Hope to have you guys back sometime.
All right.
I wish you could make it. I wish you could make that over to the thing on the 24th.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Maybe we'll see you sometime at a fan fest or some type of convention.
Cool.
Well, you got our keep in touch with us.
All right.
And
cool.
Maybe we can work something out. We'll come up your way.
Sounds good to me. Thanks,
good.
All right. Can we just keep you here for a second?
Okay.
Oh, yes, this is Paul Bear. You remember him, don't you? This is Percy Pringle III. You're on In Your Head